Well, it finally happened. Isaac moved out. It was an inevitability. I probably should have been a bit more mentally prepared for it, if I'm being honest. Isaac is a very good friend of mine. He was my roommate for 5 years. He edited for me. We met because he was an intern. He applied to be an intern for Gear Gods. I had to basically get him college credit so that he could graduate. And after he graduated, he decided that he wanted to move to LA. And so he was like, hey, do you want to be roommates? It was kind of crazy. Like, we'd hung out a couple times, we met in real life. But like, I don't know, he could have been a serial killer or something. He never even saw the place before he agreed to move in. He doesn't know this, but I gave him the shitty room. I mean, they're exactly the same size. And here we are 5 years later, and he moved to Minneapolis to be with his fiance. He's getting married. I'm extremely happy for him. I am sad for me. We've been on some wild adventures, him and I. It's really interesting knowing somebody for 5 years and working with them so closely. If you think back to what they were when you first met and what they're like now, and you can see the growth, and Isaac has just exploded as a person. If you've seen his Rift-Fied series where he does crazy guitar stuff along to viral videos, it's outrageously cool. You will probably like it a lot more than I do because I had to hear it through the wall. The same tiny clip over and over again while he's working out these crazy guitar things. He does social media for Strandberg now full time. Be sure to go follow him. He's a great dude. I'm gonna miss him a lot. And he left me here with this echoey, empty room. The question is, what am I gonna do now? I could get a new roommate, but I'm kind of at an age where having a roommate maybe isn't as cool as it used to be, you know? I loved having Isaac as a roommate because we're very complementary. He's very neat and orderly, and I'm a scattered ADHD mess, but fun? You know, it's about that point in my life where I should probably be living alone. The problem, of course, is that when I live alone, after a while, I get depressed. It sucks. There's a lot of advantages to living alone. This is now officially a clothing optional resort, if you know what I mean. I decided, long story short, that I'm not gonna get another roommate. How could I replace the irreplaceable? Unfortunately, what that means is that my rent, as of today, has doubled. And I live in LA. It's so expensive. So, what am I gonna do? I'll tell you what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna sit around and mope. I'm not gonna sit around and cry, much as I want to. I think I got all that out already. I'm gonna do something with this room, because basically this room has to generate what Isaac was paying in rent, or I'm gonna have to get a new roommate. This is kind of the pay your rent challenge. After a great deal of thought and anxiety about it, I've decided that the best thing to do is kind of a crazy thing. If you saw the video that I posted of the studio build being finished, and it's an amazing content creation studio, I'm gonna turn this room into a dedicated streaming and video shooting room. As you can hear right now, it's just a big echo chamber. So I'll have to fix that for sure. I figure what I could do is just stream more often, and if I'm gonna do that, it's gotta be really easy to do. So I'm gonna make it really easy for myself to not only stream for the podcast and for the Friday stream and for whatever other streams I'm gonna be doing, like songwriting streams, composition streams, video games. I don't know, do you wanna watch me play video games? I think that will make it easy for me to shoot enough content that I can be putting up videos 2-3 times a week. I like to think that more is better. More is more, right? It's a bit weird here right now. I'm not used to living alone. It went kind of badly last couple times. I am an extreme extrovert. I need to be social with other people. It's part of why I love what I do, because I get to talk to a lot of different really cool people and I get a lot of energy out of it. A lot of benefits to living alone. I've got more space.
Look at all this floor space. So many activities.
I have so much crap, you guys. I have so much gear, you wouldn't even believe it. One thing I for sure need to do is to take these feelings and channel them into song. because that's what I do. When I feel bad, I take those feelings and I turn them into something useful, something tangible. For me, being productive and creating things is sort of my identity. I'm always thinking, what's the next thing that I'm going to make? What's useful about this? What can I do with whatever this thing is? Isaac has left, and what he's left me with is an echo. This very lonely echo. It's not like the guy died, all right? He just moved to Minneapolis. I talk to him all the time. I'm gonna write a song, and I'm gonna turn this space into something awesome.
Just a room, awaiting life, just a ringing in the ears. You were just a bud until you bloomed, keeping time with the beat of a reflection. I hear your voice bouncing off of these walls, almost like you never left at all. It's not like you're dead and gone, just moving on until I see you again. It repeats, it says, all I have left is a lonely echo. All I have left is a lonely echo. All I have left is a lonely echo.
Sometimes writing a song isn't about making it good. It might not even turn into something that you ever show anyone at all. Sometimes it's just about getting something off your chest or out of your brain and into the world, even if all that it does is live on your hard drive somewhere. I wrote the song that you just heard just to make myself feel better, to be honest. And sometimes those songs turn out to be the best ones because that's when you're really digging deep, you know, when you've got something real to say. But no matter what, if you have something like that to say, you should 100% go for it and write it into a song, because even if it turns out completely unlistenable, it still has immense value. The same way that I turned the abysmal cave acoustics of this room, the way that it was,
an echo,
into a positive by using it as sort of the sound palette for the track and for all of the reverb on my voice in the final version. I didn't use any reverb on that final mix at all. You can turn your pain into art and also use it in the process as a huge therapeutic outlet. I wrote this song, Lonely Echo, as a way to deal with my friend moving away and to turn my feelings into something tangible. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but no matter what, the creative process is always great therapy. And in case that wasn't enough, tell me I didn't book the perfect sponsor for this video. I destroyed the Lonely Echo that I was talking about in the song in here with Sweetwater and Prime Acoustic, who sent over this amazing London 10 acoustic treatment kit along with some bass traps and ceiling clouds to treat the room. So huge thanks to Sweetwater and Prime Acoustic for sending that stuff over and sponsoring this video, and for being part of my therapy process. I think this room turned into something pretty awesome. It looks pretty great, as you can see, and now it sounds really good, which makes me more excited to create more music in here. If you like that song and you want to hear it and some of the other songs that I've got on Spotify, you can check out the links to that in the description below, as well as links to all of the treatment stuff that I've got in here from Sweetwater and Prime Acoustic. Go write some songs for yourself this week. Just write some stuff that makes you feel better, and don't worry about whether or not it's a good song. Just write it, and if you want to learn a bit about what I consider to be the most important part of a song, you're definitely going to want to watch this video right here. And I'll see you real soon.